Hello and welcome to all the men and women of the West. I'm Joe. Today I'll be discussing the history of the Footman's Dragonlance. Naturally, there's a difference between the mounted lance that goes on a dragon, or is at least used by a rider who's riding on a dragon, and the Footman's Dragonlance, which is used by someone on, foot. So here we go. In the first war, which relied upon these weapons, the first Footman's Dragonlance was crafted by Duncan Ironweaver and claimed by Huma Dragonbane after he passed 3 tests set before him. He was offered about 20 mounted Dragonlances, and most importantly for this video, 1 Footman's Lance. With these, he stalled for a time till help arrived and the Knights of Salamnia were able to win the war. During this war, of course, Huma challenged Takhisis, but I won't get into that because that involves a mounted lance, not a footman's lance. What became of this first footman's lance isn't known, or what became of the other footman's lances that were made soon afterwards, also unknown. But the next time Dragonlances would see any usage would be the War of the Lance, as this was the next war after the Third Dragon War, where Takhisis would try to lay claim to the continent of Ansalon. Theros Ironfeld would somehow end up with a silver arm, was granted the knowledge of how to create the lances by a silver dragon named Silvara, and thanks to her help, Theros would create many lances for the Knights of Salamnia. They were to be used extensively in this war. The first of his lances were given to Gunther Wiston, who mounted it on the wall of his castle. The next time these lances would see any usage would be in the Chaos War of the second generation. They'd be used against his Chaos Spawn and Fire Dragons before Chaos himself was punted off and defeated. The next time a Footman's Lance would be used would be in the War of Souls, the very war when Paladin sacrifices immortality and godhood to reduce the Dark Queen to mortality. During this war, the Footman's Lance would be used several times. Who knows where Dragons of Deceit will take these Dragonlances? Hopefully they'll make an appearance. I'm not sure what era this is set in. Is it during the War of the Lance or right after? When I distinguish those two as different eras, I mean they're not exactly the same. They are, but they aren't. As the War of the Lance leads to an era of uneasy peace. Now for some just basic facts about the lance. The average Footman's Dragonlance is around 8 feet long and basically functions as a pole weapon or a pole arm. And that's about it. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like and that subscribe button as though you were Huma trying to kill the Dark Queen with his own Dragonlance.